Bringing you up to date on some of the concerns that we have over the next few hours. This is definitely high up on the list. That's that flash flood threat, and the watches are posted here from Oklahoma City, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Houston, two cities in particular that really cannot take any more rainfall after the hellacious morning drive that you had with all the rainfall there. We got a lot of it coming down now between Dallas and Houston. Austin, you've seen a lot of rain come through. Everywhere you see the solid yellow, we've been seeing some rainfall amounts just over the last few hours on the order of 4 or 5 inches. And you can see the last 12 hours have really been tough in Houston and Corpus Christi. There are some estimations by the Doppler as much as 9. Corpus Christi maybe as much as 6 inches in some spots, and that led to a lot of road flooding earlier this morning, especially in Houston. There was a time where there was a portion of I-45 that was closed because of the water on the roadway. So it's definitely been the south side that's been seeing the worst of it. Getting a little break now, but that may not be the case. I want to point out the evening drive. Yep, you've got another possibility of some heavy showers and thunderstorms coming on through. So if you know somebody who's got to be traveling out on the roads later this evening, you may want to text them, give them a call, give them a heads up. Here's the one active flash flood warning that we have to the east of Austin. Here too, we've seen rainfall already, 3 to 4 inches. There may be an additional amount to that because you see it's not moving through all that quickly. So Bastrop and Lee counties, that's in effect for you out until 3:15 Central Time. And then you had south of San Antonio this warning here for Wilson, Karnes counties out until 5:15. Vivian, these are all spots that are waterlogged and really cannot handle any more rainfall. That tornado watch includes parts of Texas out until 5 o'clock Central Time, Austin, San Antonio, Victoria, and Corpus Christi. What this tells us is that the Storm Prediction Center thinks that there are conditions favorable for severe thunderstorms. Some of them may be rotating. We've had a few warnings, but really the next big threat for the next few hours, I think, will be the flash flooding. We've seen it already since this morning. Houston, Corpus Christi disasters this morning. Oklahoma City, Dallas, Austin, Houston, and San Antonio in that watch. And so any areas that are picking up heavy rainfall really can't take it. They've had quite a bit over not just the last 24 hours, but really the last few weeks, right? Here's this stretch of rain right now. We have I-35 in play, but Dallas not quite. Houston getting a little bit of a break, but both of these areas, and you think about time frame, could be a mess again for the evening rush. So Dallas heads up, Houston, Corpus Christi, Austin. You've already seen some heavy rain come through with flash flood warnings to the east of town. So Vivian, really the setup there is to see a lot of that heavy rain continue. You know, the cleanup and recovery from this weekend's EF3 tornado that struck Van, Texas is well underway. Tornado victims opening up about the terror they felt when they knew they were going to experience a direct hit. A powerful, powerful story from that family, but they had a plan, and we ask that you have a plan too going through the next few days, because the weekend looking to be pretty stormy in a lot of places. And there are a few things that have us looking ahead that say, yeah, there may be another setup, and this is looking at the mid-levels of the atmosphere. So right there in the middle, where you have the spin, where you have the cold air, that's all going to lead to what we call instability. Instability is basically how easily the air rises, and the factors are all falling into place again in a very similar area that they did last weekend. We have the moisture. That's one check mark. We have a lot of the triggers too, the fronts, the boundaries, the dry line, but that powerful jet stream will help push all of that along and enhance the storm risk. So by Saturday, looking at a pretty big area from South Dakota all the way down to Texas, and it's not just damaging winds and heavy rainfall and hail, which are definite concerns, but also tornadoes. A 4 out of 10 for parts of South Dakota, central and eastern Nebraska and Kansas, a 5 out of 10 on the Torcon already expected for Saturday. For central and eastern Oklahoma, a 4 out of 10. And then Vivian, even on into Sunday, includes parts of the Midwest down to the Gulf Coast, including as I mentioned, the upper Midwest all the time. All right, want to keep an eye on the severe weather and give you an update on where we think the next few hours are going to, what they're going to look like. And primarily, we're concerned about the flash flooding. That's a very near-term concern. But look at May. It's lived up to its kind of notoriety as being a severe weather month. Every day this month so far, we've had a report of severe weather, whether it's hail, damaging winds, or tornadoes. We do have a tornado watch still in effect, posted until 5 o'clock Central Time for Austin, Corpus Christi, Victoria, Austin, San Antonio, all in on that. But along with that, you also have the flash flood watch. Oklahoma City is in there, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio. Houston and Corpus Christi, two cities that had torrential rainfall early this morning, messed up the roadways, messed up that morning drive. We're concerned over the next few hours that your evening rush may be difficult as well. Looking at what's causing some of this, you have an area of low pressure, but you look upstream, down the pipeline. We have more spins, more chances to see enhancement of the showers and the thunderstorms, and that's exactly what we have going into the weekend. But look at what we have right now. Dallas, southwest of you have a flash flood warning now. We'll get you up to date on this one. This is to the east of Austin, Bastrop and Lee counties. This is for you. Already have seen a few inches fall. It looks like there's a little bit less on the radar, so that rain may be easing up just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. But also south of San Antonio, here's I-35, here's 37. So Atascosa, Karnes, and Wilson counties, 5:15 Central Time for you. All of these areas have seen several inches of rain and a possibility of more. And we have now a tornado warning. Once again, we're talking about Duval County. We had that one cell move through, but it looks like we have another issuing of this on the south side of this line, where there may be some indication by the Doppler of some rotation. It's also in an area that we've seen the flash flooding. Already maybe as much as 4 or 5 inches of rainfall, so you have a couple of threats here. And out ahead of it with its forward motion, you have rainfall, so really have to be careful about observation and trying to see if there actually is a tornado. We'll keep an eye on this. But if you're in that area, Duval County, Freer, Seven Sisters, now's the time to seek shelter. All right, that does it for Vivian and myself, but we have the next crew up.